Hey, what's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna react to Swish Out. Kevin Durant officially made the worst move in NBA history. Okay, Swish Out gonna be talking about, the Kyrie trade going to the Mavs. Man, Rob Pelinka really ain't shit, bro. Rob Pelinka really ain't shit. Like, he could have got Kyrie to the fucking Lakers if this man would have just offered up fucking, like, more shit, bro. Like, he didn't want to offer up more draft picks. He wanted to keep, like, Max Christie and shit. It's like, bro, give up everybody. Like, everyone could go except for LeBron and AD, okay? Everyone else can fucking go. But this nigga don't want to give no one a fuck up for Kyrie. Like, this nigga's a fucking fool. But let's get into the reaction, though.
All right, man.
It's like, goddamn.
So the Kyrie trade has officially happened.
But now, at least Luke got hope now.
Kevin Durant, my brother, my PG County brother.
Hey,
you
if Kyrie plays.
The worst move in NBA history 4 years ago. Now, I'm going to definitely touch on that a little bit later in this video. But if you live under a rock, Kyrie has officially been traded for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2029 first-round pick, and multiple second-round picks. Now, how do I feel about the move for Dallas? Basketball-wise, I love it. Like, long-term, basketball-wise, I love it. If they can get there long-term. But it is a very, and I mean extremely risky move. But it's a move they absolutely had to make.
Facts.
Look, man,
Luka need help.
Cuban, similar to the Cavs in 03. You struck gold in that 18 draft. Like, Luka literally landed in your lap. One of the most sensational, generational players early. 23 years old. He's already like top 2, top 3, top 1, if you want to say. And he's in your lap, in your possession. And what do you have surrounding him? Some of the worst contracts in the sport. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. He's been very solid for him this season, but it hasn't quite been enough. Maxi Kleber, Dorian Finney-Smith, Davis Bertans, like, he's not even relevant anymore. They have all these bad contracts, and they let Jalen Brunson walk. And what you don't want to do with a generational talent like Luka is LeBron him. And what do I mean by LeBron him? Waste year after year after year of his prime like youth. You don't want to waste those years. Last year, you make the Western Conference Finals, and you lose Jalen Brunson for nothing, and he goes to New York and becomes like a phenom out there. And that makes you look even worse than Cleveland because you had help and lost it. Now, why do I like the move basketball-wise? Luka Doncic, as any basketball head, anybody that talks about basketball has mentioned, he has one of the highest usage rates in the league. I talked about in my everything the 2023 NBA season has proved so far, the Mavericks are dead last in two-point attempts. They're dead last.
Crazy.
They ultimately
Luka magic.
that their best, most efficient offense is letting Luka boogie and do whatever he wants to do offensively and spotting everybody else up on the wings. And we know that peaks. Kyrie Irving, I feel like I'm stating the obvious because we already know how does he help. Kyrie's one of the best pure bucket getters in the league. Like, give him the ball.
And he's efficient.
Doesn't need a bunch of play designs, doesn't need a bunch of screens, doesn't need a bunch of help. Give him the ball and let him create art. Like, that's what Kyrie does. He can get his bucket anywhere on the court, 3-level score. That's what he does. Also, he's played beside a LeBron, who was basically the point in Cleveland. James Harden, who was the point in Brooklyn. He knows how to adjust his game and essentially turn himself into a 2. We all seen how Kyrie plays, but you know I got to add this in there just to prove statistically how creative he actually is at getting his own bucket. For the last 7 to 8 years, he's top 10 in field goals made. And if you look at that top 10 list, he's dead last in free throws. He doesn't need a bunch of help. Now we get to see how creative Jason Kidd can be, playing Luka Doncic more off ball, and how he evolves. I'm assuming having a lot more spacing with a player like Kyrie, who's going to provide him that luxury.
Hey, Luka might play more on the block, low-key, depending on the matchup.
Because let's be real, it's not a perfect trade for Dallas. It's just not. Kyrie is on the last year of an expiring contract.
Not a perfect trade,
it's only
but
like 30 games
gotta
left,
risk
the playoffs, assuming they make it. They'll make it with Kyrie. I'm assuming they're going to make it. But he's on the last year of that deal. Now, Chris Haynes is reporting that Kyrie is ecstatic to play with Dallas. He's ecstatic to play with Luka Doncic and all that.
We'll see.
But we've heard that before with Kyrie.
We have.
This is a man that left 3 good situations. Like, he left LeBron, who he made 3 consecutive finals with. He left Boston, who a team that on paper, it looked amazing. He left Brooklyn and basically blew up a big 3 that looked like the craziest, most 2K big 3 of all time. I can't trust Kyrie Irving. I don't know. Like, say him and Luka just doesn't work out, and it's like a Rondo Dallas situation where it just blows up quick. I don't know if he will say, well, Dallas wasn't really my first choice anyway. Like, Boston wasn't his first choice in 2017, and he left. And he says, well, LA, they have all that open cap space because Russ is gone. That's where I really wanted to go in the first place and play with LeBron and AD. Let me go back there. Let me go play with LeBron because I really didn't want to be in Dallas. And now Dallas is just fucked. You can't trust Kyrie, so we just don't know. That's the first thing that I don't.
He's really so unpredictable, man.
Also defensively. Remember last year against Phoenix, that second round matchup in which they won in 7 games. But in those first 2 to 3 games, Chris Paul and Devin Booker took turns abusing Luka, switching on him every chance.
That is true. So, like, the Mavs defensively now is fucking dog shit, bro.
Got in those first few games, and it hurt him.
Because Kyrie and Luka really don't play defense like that.
Made significant tweaks defensively and hit him, and it helped. Well, now you have 2 liabilities defensively in your backcourt. If this is a long-term thing, which obviously they're hoping this is, you're still going to have to do some work with that roster.
Gotta get some defense,
some of those
man.
Bad contracts and get more versatile players, preferably players that can guard multiple positions and stretch the floor for Luka and Kyrie. They still have work to do. Now for Brooklyn, and I'll be brief. They won. And I'm not talking about they won the trade. I'm talking about they won the Kyrie era because it finally ended. The most cancerous player they probably had in their organizational history is gone. Those 4 years were arguably the worst 4 years on a big contract that I've ever seen. Like, the first year Kyrie Irving gets hurt. The second year he's unprofessional and he's gone and he gets hurt against Milwaukee. The third year he doesn't get the vaccine and James Harden ultimately leaves. And now you're stuck with Ben fucking Simmons. The fourth year he has the anti-Semitic film stuff and brought all this national attention to your franchise, your city. And then he demands a trade. Like, all this stuff is officially over. So it's over. Obviously, you're not going to be able to maximize KD's window, and you're going to have to trade him because that's up next. And I might as well get to Kevin Durant now that I mentioned his name. Brooklyn, at least you were able to wash your hands with Kyrie and get something for Kevin Durant. Bro, oh my God, man, I feel so sorry for you, man. You trusted the biggest diva in my lifetime with your career, and unfortunately,
wasted years
you an ass like it did. You lost James Harden because of this dude. And James Harden is having one of his better, more efficient winning seasons of his career. Now, his trade request is looking even better and more smart. And you're stuck with Ben Simmons, who's basically a glorified role player public figure. Like, he's irrelevant at this point. You left that dynasty out Golden State. And I understand why. I mean, Stephen Curry, the storylines, the narrative, Draymond Green, all that stuff ate his ass alive. And he had to prove, I can win without this franchise. We understand why he left. But you left it for the most unreliable star in my personal lifetime. And now you're paying for it in almost 50 playoff games with Golden State. He only lost 10 of them. Kevin Durant is famously, I feel like the tag that we associate with Kevin Durant, the quote that we associate with Kevin Durant is all I want to do is hoop. I just want to hoop. I want to hoop and go home. Even in his Twitter bio, I chill, I do me, and I go home. That's what Kevin Durant is. That's exactly what Golden State provided you. Even OKC with Russell Westbrook, he gave you that stability. Kyrie, the Brooklyn Nets, Ben Simmons,
been a rocky ship from the start.
And lastly, and we just have to touch on this because obviously it's relevant, the Lakers. I don't know exactly what Rob and Jeannie Buss, I don't know exactly what they're doing, but let's be honest, with Kyrie and how sporadic he is and how unpredictable he is, it's not over. To some extent, I understand why you wouldn't want to put yourself back into contractual hell right after coming off of that with Russell Westbrook's contract. Now you have to give Kyrie a contract, which is a whole nother level of stress. I understand that. But at the same time, like I said, once you get LeBron James and once you extend him like they did.
Yes, bro. Once you extend him, you know, what I'm about to say, you have to commit to win now. You have to commit, bro. Like,
you sell your soul to his legacy. Once
you gotta commit.
Extended him, once you've
you gotta commit.
Him, you have to make erratic moves. You have to make what looks to be illogical moves, impulsive moves. Like, that's what comes with LeBron. This year, the West is wide open. And to me, you just kind of missed that opportunity. If they would have got Kyrie this year, with how LeBron has been playing, Kyrie, AD, and with how the West has looked, how wide open it is, automatically, Western Conference automatically.
Championship contenders,
at least this year, that window is closed. But, like I said, Kyrie is very unpredictable. I still believe it's a good chance, a great chance, that he can go to LA this summer. I still believe that. If you guys like this video, In
Yeah,
conclusion,
still a
for
chance.
Dallas, I feel like it's a very high risk,
but it's like,
possibly high reward
I don't know,
move.
man.
For Brooklyn,
Nigga, Kyrie might, stay on the Mavs or some shit, depending how
for LA,
far
this opportunity, but
the playoff
possibly
run go
you can get him
for
next
the
year, so
Mavs.
who knows? Tell me in the comments what you think about this move. To me, it's great for the NBA. At least we have something going. And man, the West, the NBA is so wide open. I love it. Follow my social media sites. Turn on post notifications. Do all that great stuff, guys. Until
another great video from Swish Out. But yeah, I'm happy that Luka got, like, some more help now. It's gonna be interesting to see how Luka and Kyrie mesh together and shit. And how Jason Kidd is going to, like, draw up plays to have Luka, more off the ball and shit. So it won't be as ball dominant. But the Lakers fucking sold the fucking bag, bro. Rob Pelinka, you fucking sold. This nigga's not committing to win now. This nigga worried about, 5 years from now after LeBron shit. It's like, nigga, fuck that. Fuck the picks. Fuck all that shit. Win now. We have to win now. Win chips now. Because, bro, LeBron is, only got, 2 more years, 3 more years or whatever. And, next year, it will be the last year on LeBron's contract, right? If I'm not mistaken, for LeBron and AD. So it's like, bro, you got to commit to win now. But these niggas don't want to give up future picks and fucking Max Christie and shit. Give up these players. They ain't shit. When you trading for, a player like Kyrie, everyone is expendable except for LeBron and AD. Everything. You could have the fucking water boy off the bench if you want, bro. And an extra 10K. We don't give a fuck. Take anything you want except for LeBron and AD. But this nigga Rob Pelinka is on some bullshit. He's on some bullshit. Man, this nigga need to get fucking fired, man. Fuck this nigga. But, like, comment, subscribe. Suggest anything else from to react to. Down below in the comments. But check out in the next one.